Evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beautiful ladies and everyone in between. Good evening, as tonight we will continue with Ring Warriors, the wrestling tabletop role-playing game being created, developed, brought to the world, insanely, just being made by yours truly, the most expressive man on the planet, the Experter. Hope you're doing great. Tonight's planning to be an awesome night, and to kick things off we're going to go over to my vlog screen. Oh, there we are. Okay, so we got some great things happening tonight, we really do, such as what could potentially be the end of this stage of the campaign, which is awesome. And then if that does occur, our players will be moving into the next stage of the campaign. Where will it go? Who will it involve? Not telling you. And if I did, it wouldn't be much of a surprise now, would it? I can't spoil it because I need to keep it for my players. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm getting my dice out of my lovely case that I got from Comic-Con back in May in London. MCM, to be specific. It is my Ultimate Guard Flippin' Tray Xenoskin deck case. This case, I'm not sponsored by these guys at all, mind you, but this deck case is beautiful. Not just is it a full-on deck case for any and all of your cards. So in my case, I have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there I've yet to sort out, but it's great in there, and you got a lot of storage in there. Especially if you're a Magic the Gathering player, this is perfect for Commander. That fits a full-on Commander deck and a bunch of tokens. It's really, really good fitting. But not just does it have that, it also has this little top drawer to keep any dice that you have. And in there I've got my specially crafted stainless steel die, of which I took out the 4 dice used for the game, so that we can obviously play the game. That's the whole point of it. If I didn't do that, then, well, there's no point really. Either that or I'll be using an online dice roller and you'll just hear me going clickety-clackety-clickety-clack all over here every day, all day. Needless to say, I'll be jumping onto the Discord chat in a moment because I believe my players are gradually going to start coming in. Just getting up my last few things, such as the details on people's health values, which is cool. Brilliant. And that's very good. Love it, love it, love it. Of course, this is like a bit of a pre-stream banter sesh. So, of course, if anyone has any questions on the game, how it's coming across, etc., or what even it's all about, by all means, just slap it out there. Let's jump onto. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't know why. Like, you know when you have 1,000,001 things for open when you first load your PC, and then you don't need half of it, and you'd spend half an hour just closing all the crap you don't need? That's me in a nutshell. That is what I do. Right. I'm in the Ring Warriors lobby. I am ready to go. I see one of my players here. I don't see the others, but that's fine. We'll be joined by them shortly, I know. And if not shortly, at some point. I do actually have something to update people on today, and it's new additions that will be coming into the game. Specifically, they'll be coming into this campaign that we're playing of the game after this boss fight. So, effectively, after this boss fight, it'll be the end of this scenario. And when we move on to the next scenario, some new mechanics are coming in, which will maybe mix some things up a bit. It's more so to refine the system and add bits that weren't there previously, just to make them a little bit more interesting. Okay. I don't mind, man. Only no stuff. I have 2 boxes of crisps, cookies, ice cream, some Oasis flavors, energy. 11.70. Cool. Cool with that. Yeah. Lovely. Right. That's all together. So I'm going to go into some details in just a moment. Probably when I have at least one of my players here, and then we can have a bit of a banter sesh going over some of the bits I have been working on this week for Ring Warriors. And like I said, those new mechanics that will be coming into the game as of next scenario, which will be in more of a, I would think would be in more of a session next week, but it does depend on how the players do. If they do the do, then we're absolutely fine. If they don't do the do, then we could be restarting the campaign with brand new characters. We'll have to find out. I'm joking, of course. Oh, am I?
Speaking of new characters, hi.
Oh my god.
It is a me, Tasha.
She talk. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it. That's the Lavanya podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? She talk. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Then she just like pieces out by punching the screen. Although she has to like get new sort of monitors and camera stuff like every time, so it's really inconvenient, really.
Yeah, I mean, she needs to keep working in order to mitigate the costs, but does she make enough each week? Ooh, that is the question.
I mean, building contractors like generally
pay quite well.
Quite well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 'tis not bad. 'Tis not bad at all.
They'll be fine. Anyway, you alright, Tash?
Yes, I'm doing alright. Managed to finish off a lovely pastel drawing of our Lord and Saviour, Matt Mercer.
Lovely. As you do.
Yes, as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although I was worried that his eye was going to be ruined because I had the eyes perfect. Like, I really had the eyes perfect. Right. But then it was like, I don't know what happened. It just, something went weird with it. And I'm like, no, that's not how I wanted this to go. So, yeah, so that was me trying to desperately fix it. But, yeah, 'tis all good. And, yes. And, yeah, 'tis all awesome.
Nice. Very good. Now, for anyone that currently is in the live stream lobbies anywhere. I am sad to say that we will not be joined by Foxy this evening, which is a shame. He will be missing on the grand finale of the boss fight that you guys have been looking forward to beating the crap of for God knows how long at this point.
Too long.
Way too long for some people. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. That's all I'm saying there. It's gonna be good. That's one thing. I need to sort out this guy's. See, there we are. That's better.
Oh yeah, I need to get all my Ring Warrior shenanigans up and ready.
Oh yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I did say I was going to go over some new stuff that I've been working on this week. The only sad thing, I would normally use my update / and dev talk page where I bring up the actual wrestling manual itself, go over the new bits as they are in the manual. However, these bits are not in my manual yet. They're actually on my little laptop over here, of which I will show. Which I love to pieces. This little bad boy has been amazing. It's been helping me actually do some work whilst I'm on my breaks at work. And I know some of you guys are thinking, that's mad. That means you're doing more work when you're already working. And I'm like, yes. Problem?
Yeah. Problemas, monsieur and madame.
I mean, if it helps me get at least something done every week, I'm going to keep doing it. So, and there's no hassle on my back. I only tend to do it when I'm on my lunch breaks of work, not when I'm only on like an odd 15-10 minute break. Because there's no way you're going to get anything done there. At least substantial work done. At least on my lunch break, I can eat a little bit, type a little bit up, get things sorted. Job's good. And with that in mind, let's go over some bits. So what I've been doing is I've been working on a full breakdown of character creation, and a breakdown of what do you need to put on your character sheets, and this is what it all involves, such as your character's name, race, style, a little bit of an introduction on multi-styling, which is one of the new things that I talked about last week.
Yes.
And a couple of new game mechanics, which, as I said, will come into the game for the campaign specifically. Not yet, but until after this whole situation with Stronghand, because then you're just adding in something during a big fight and during a scenario, and it doesn't gel. It doesn't gel. You can't just do that. So we'll be adding that in afterwards. But I've actually added mechanics to the weight class. So choosing a weight class now isn't just a stylistic feature or just, ooh, it'd be fancy if I was a fat guy. It actually has some substantial things. So in the game, players can be anywhere between, obviously depending on what races you are, and I will be going over sub-races because certain sub-races will also have to be in certain weight classes. But effectively, you can be anywhere between cruiserweight to super heavyweight. And the trick is, depending on the weight class that you are, you have weight classes that you can lift and weight classes that you are going to struggle to lift. And then this can be incorporated into the game when you're trying to suplex people, when you're trying to lift people over your head, when you're trying to push people, even when you're trying to lift over like very heavy objects, because you can class objects as weight classes and then incorporate these rulings on top of them just to add like extra challenge to the game ahead. So of course, if you're a cruiserweight, you're not going to be able to lift as much. You're not going to be able to lift as heavy objects as you would do if you were super heavyweights. Makes sense. And that's the main gist of that little addition, really. So that it basically makes sense. You might be now rolling harm die when it comes to lifting something that's above your weight class or severely above your weight class, but you will naturally struggle to lift. And it just adds a little bit more flavor and accuracy to the game itself.
Speaking of flavor and accuracy, hi, Christy.
Hello.
Coolie beans.
Uh-huh.
And so, of course, these new additions to weight classes will hopefully flesh things out a little bit more, make things a bit more interesting, but also a little bit more engaging. The other thing as well is that on this, there is a weight class that players cannot be right off the bat. I say right off the bat because there might be a championship belt that you can incorporate in the future that allows your players to become this weight. And the weight in question is called Giga Weight. And Giga Weight classes are the heaviest dudes that can basically lift everything, but they do come with a big caveat, which we'll cover in just a moment. Because, of course, with weight classes, if you're going to play as a cruiserweight and you're going to struggle lifting very heavy people, it's going to kind of suck in a player's background, because it's like, okay, I'm going to suffer doing something. Do I not get the bonus of doing something better if I'm so light? Yes, you do, because your weight class affects your speed, which is a big update I wanted to do for the game, because I thought everyone just having base speed of like an average level was not accurate enough. I mean, even in the realms of D&D, 30 is your rough average, but a lot of different races either go higher or lower on that 30 spectrum, depending on whether they're small, stanky, and fat, or whether they're big, thin, and lean. You know, it makes sense. It does make sense. So it made sense to incorporate that with your weight class. So if you're cruiserweight, yes, you are going to struggle lifting super heavyweight people or gigaweight people, but your speed is the highest out of all the weight classes, being at 40, which can be very beneficial if you need to charge in there, or if you're a high flyer, because of course if you are a high flyer you can jump at the range of your speed. So effective, and one of your level 1 abilities allows you to target someone within your speed range, hit them with a high flying attack, and go back to your original position. So effectively, you as a high flyer have a range of 40 at level 1. Crazy. Right off the bat. You can do that. Which can be very beneficial for those who want to min-max, because of course I'm trying to appease as many as I can. Some people will not like it, but if you do like your min-max mechanics, enjoy. So obviously cruiserweights will be the lightest. Then you have light heavyweights at 35, heavyweights at 30, super heavyweights at 25, and gigaweight at 20. Which makes sense because they're big hulking masses of meat. So of course they're going to be hard to move around a bit. It also gives a little breakdown on gimmicks, which will obviously be more fleshed out in the later sections. Ooh, excusez-moi. It also goes in depth about your health points and how that's accumulated, your attire class and what that means, and a breakdown of what your attire class involves, and a little breakdown about skills, broken down into racial skills, style skills, and championship skills. And effectively, that is that entire section written up in a single week. This is going to be added on to the Wrestler's Manual, probably over the weekend.
Sweet.
That'll be a good little addition to make the game even better. Super good. And as I said, the mechanics of this will not be incorporated into the campaign until after where we're at the moment. Because trying to incorporate things like your speed, rolling harm on your weight classes, etc., when we've been used to not doing that up to this point, is going to be a bit bollocks when I throw it at you during a major boss fight. It's you don't do it, basically. You just don't do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But at least after we've done this, this part of things, the next thing that is going to be worked on is, as I said, a little bit of a rehash of the races, so that all the races and sub-races will have a full description as to like some background of the race and the sub-race, a full breakdown of what they can be weight class-wise, and no more. I don't think I need to redesign any of their skills, because I did a big redesign of their skills, which I personally think has gone really well. until proven wrong. So it's just now I'm basically in the zone of adding more stuff. Like it's all the descriptive stuff, all the how do I do this stuff, all the what is the background of this stuff, and all that jazz. I know at some point I'm gonna have to go through the move list and put descriptors of. I've already put descriptions on what every single move does, but I might even have to do descriptions of what defines striking, holding, and grappling, and a little introduction on the move list so you know what you're picking. And obviously what it all means, because there's a lot on there. Maybe even incorporating some more moves, because these creative people have just been creating a bunch of other new techniques that, by all means, I will add onto a move list, make it even thicker for people. I mean, what's better than 5 pages of wrestling moves? 500, exactly. Make its own book, screw it. If it ever gets to that point, I will be scared. I will. if it ever gets to a point where we need an entire book for the move list, I will genuinely look at myself and go, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, sorry, not sorry for those who genuinely want to flick to the back of a book and just notice that I created a wrestling move known as the Xenobreaker, which, no, is not in the game yet. No, I don't know what I made up just now, but maybe I'll incorporate it in a future boss fight because I like the name of it.
Who knows? Do.
Oh, yeah. Right. We got our 2 ladies of the game. We are now awaiting our other party member, being Vinny. Sadly, Foxy, as I said, will sadly not be joining us this evening, which is upset face.
Sad face.
Yeah. But we'll have a fun time with the boss fight. That's what matters.
Oh, yeah. I want to take the douche nozzle that is strong ham, or in this case, weak ham, down. So, there we go.
Oh, yes. We're ready for some good, hearty, beatdown fun.
Ah, yeah.
Fall asleep.
Or something like that.
We shall see, Galvatron.
Come on, Vinny.
Yes, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if you guys beat Strongham, I believe it's level up.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So this is going to be quite a hype moment if that occurs.
Mm-hmm.
Then everybody gets a level.
And then we get to be more dead. I mean, what? Deadly. Because we get to be that thing.
And I am also very happy. I've been writing for the longest time, and this more so goes out to the people out there that are game masters, dungeon masters, etc. that know this. When it comes to writing for the campaign for Ring Warriors, I've been having a great time just writing down notes and any wacky and crazy ideas that come into my head. Whether they do go into the campaign or not, obviously, is up in the air. But I am very happy to say I know exactly where the campaign's going, at least where I would want it to go, depending on if it goes there or not is still predominantly up to the players. But I know there are elements of the campaign that have not been fleshed into yet that I am ready to flesh into right after certain events occur. I am ready to a point where I even have potentially the last scenario of the campaign in note form at this moment in time.
Ooh.
And it is going to be something great. It's going to be unique. It's going to be probably tough to micromanage, don't get me wrong, and all that jazz, but if we pull it off, it might just be the greatest end to the campaign ever. If it is the end, because it all depends on where it goes from there, really.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's a little hint for people. Will we see that in today's episode? Oh my god. Maybe, it depends.
Oh.
At the moment, it depends on one major factor. Vinny showing up.
Shall we sing the song of our people and like get him to like come the heck to us?
Get your ass over here, you little white boy. Oh no. Oh, that was.
Yeah.
Why was it going to sound like Thingamy from Family Guy? Get your white ass over here.
Yes.
Why don't you just bring that sweet ass? No, that's just terrible. No.
No,
My ex-boyfriend used to do that voice.
And thus I apologise because an ex was involved. Unless you generally
Oh,
hate
no,
him.
don't worry. I'm just thinking back. It was really weird because he used to do it while we were lying in bed sometimes.
Now that's.
And
It's very choice.
yeah.
I mean, I can see it hilarious maybe the first couple of times, but then after a while, when you're just trying to sleep, and then he just like creeps over, it's just like, get that right ass over here. No.
Your ear, yeah.
Oh. Okay. This is a note for men. If you're out there, take this from a man that clearly has no relationship experience whatsoever, because I'm only with my second ever girlfriend, even though she is absolutely beautiful and amazing. Don't do that. Just all of that. Don't.
Well, he was the one that broke up with me, so there you go.
Okay, this is gossip. We've got time. We've got time.
Like, this is a good 6 years ago, so don't worry.
Hey, who doesn't love a bit of 6-year gossip? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. Do you know why he broke up with me?
Oh, okay. Let's place bets.
No.
Cosplay reasons.
No.
Oh.
He wasn't cosplaying then.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Guesswork.
I mean, there's one answer which I think is completely obvious, but knowing my luck, it's probably going to be horribly wrong.
What's that? What's your...
Did he do a little bit of cheating?
No.
Ooh,
Oh, okay,
right.
then I was horribly wrong.
Was it maybe commitment issues?
Kind of.
Ooh, okay. We're getting lukewarm. Lukewarm. All right.
Lukewarm.
I love how we're just spending the pre-stream guessing about freaking Christie's ex.
It's like the whole
Might as well.
And for
So
the next
Great
question.
banter.
Yeah. Like, no, it'll be 50 points to guess why Christie's ex-boyfriend left her. Is it A, he was a cheat, B, commitment issues, or C, something completely different?
Or C, he was willing to sacrifice your soul for the devil's beyond.
It's not the best reason that a guy's broken up with me, though.
Oh, not the best reason. Okay.
So
Slightly on relationship
not the
issue
best
side.
reason, but the stupidest reason that
Okay.
I've had another boyfriend break up with me for the most stupid of reasons.
Right.
Did he? Okay. Okay. Don't take offense to this, but is it because he couldn't deal with some of the health issues that you got going on, and he's like, yeah, I'm a weak boy that can't
I can't step up to the plate because
can't step up to the plate. Yeah.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was a fair guess, though.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so not cosplaying. Little bit
No.
on slightly stupid and on the verge of.
No, that's a different
no,
boyfriend.
different.
Do you
guy for
want to?
stupid.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you want to know about that one, or carry on with this one?
We'll
Well,
carry on with this
yeah.
one, and then we'll talk about the other one.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can share
because while we're on the
experiences.
topic-
It's fine, girls. It's fine. Yes, it's just. Oh my god, it's such shade.
Oh.
Okay, so nothing, not silly. Slightly on the cusp of commitment.
Was it a long distance relationship?
No, he's actually the closest living to
okay.
me.
Right.
Well, that
Yes.
threw shit out the window.
Bloody hell, this is the plot thickens.
Do you want to know, or
Wait,
just
he was moving away, and because of that, felt he couldn't do it.
no?
Damn it.
I know it's probably like because I remember like I don't know whether this is the one that we're talking about or a different guy, but I remember something about one of them being at least a nasty piece of douchiness, which
No, that was the first one. That's
okay.
not.
Okay, fair enough. So slightly on the cusp of commitment issues.
I would say yes and no. That might be throwing you off slightly once you know what it was.
Did he have a weird kink? And because you weren't comfortable with said weird kink and you wouldn't cater to it, he was like, well, screw you then. I'll just find someone who will.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're basically covering as many different grounds as we can here.
I know, and I don't think you're gonna get it. So.
I mean, we're probably gonna be like trying to going with the most logical and most likely, and then Chrissy would just say something that's completely random, and it would just be like, what?
Like it'd probably be like something crazy, like he traded he traded you his Charizard or something, wanted it back, and you said, "Oh, I kind of reset my game, so it's not there anymore." Right, I'm leaving.
You want to know?
I think we've got to be put out of our misery. I just can't do it.
Okay, so the reason that he broke up with me, and this is his words, I see you more as a little sister.
Oh, that rings a bell now.
Damn.
Oh, I think you might have mentioned this before, and I'm like,
probably. I don't know.
well, I mean, my memory's terrible, so.
Yeah.
Like,
and in other words, I'm just not attracted to you anymore because I see you like a little sister. So that was fun.
That's.
That can also be a bit awkward because it's like, okay, at what stage of the relationship did you clock onto this? Because, whoa.
He went out with me for 2 years.
Bloody hell!
What? I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
And that's why we put this X into the no zone.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, do you want to end on a lighter note and know the funnier one?
Oh yeah.
So the X before.
Go ahead.
He'd made me walk a good 4 miles in about 30-degree heat.
Bloody hell.
And of course, being diabetic, I'd had 2 hypos. So, and my best friend was there with us because we were on a double date. I had to cry because, of course, he would in 30-degree heat.
Yeah.
And not very well. And he messages me, how to handle this. I've been in the Navy for 3 years. I don't know how to handle women.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely speechless. I really am speechless.
He broke up with me because I cried.
Right. Where does he live?
In 30-degree heat.
Where does he live, and can I kill him for you?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. He was in the Navy, for 3 years, and that
Murder!
was his excuse that he didn't know how to handle women.
Well, fuck that guy. Like, as in,
He's like, if you're
in,
gonna cry, I can't handle it because I
as
don't
in, you
understand women.
shove an 8-foot barge pole up his ass, poke it so that it comes out of his mouth, and put him in between like 2 Y-shaped sticks, light a little bonfire underneath him, and use him as a spit roast, all while he's alive, naked. See how he likes the 30-degree heat and plus that. But yeah, but I'm sorry, my
Degree
psychotic
heat.
side
Yeah,
kinda
we'll
like
make the
came.
pole 30-degree heat.
Bloody hell.
Oh, not just any pole. It has to be a metal pole because then it heats up because then the metal could heat up along with the flames, and then that could yeah. I really should. Yeah, I really should consider am I a psychopath?
Torch
Am
devices, I would say.
Psychopath or weird kink? You decide.
Yeah.
I
mean, either way, he's gonna be dead.
It's only mass murder if anyone witnesses it, you know.
What?
It's only cannibalism if the news. It's only cannibalism if the news spreads it.
Wouldn't mass murder be like you have to kill more than one person then?
Either that or just have an orgy. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
it's an option.
My God.
But I
the
still don't
tangents
get
this
with.
stream has gotten to this evening so far.
Yeah.
I don't get though with that X. Like, how do you? It's not just women. How do you not just understand people's feelings?
He doesn't.
You
He yeah.
I was born and bred in Navy. I watched those trailers where it said I could fix a bike.
Oh yeah, the bike.
If you can fix a bike, then you can fix a car. And if you can fix a car, then you can fix a woman who's having a hypo while you're in 30-degree heat walking absolute miles. And on top of that, if you can fix all of that, you too come. A marine.
Though I do have one thing to thank him for because he gave me my first ever D&D game.
Well, that's good. That's nice.
He was the one that taught me D&D, so that was one thing.
One thing. I love that. It's just one.
I mean, even so, it's not really enough for me to be like.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah,
but,
you're still a bit
but
of a
without going
shithead.
through that, I wouldn't know D&D. So
I know, but
man knows how to D&D, doesn't know how to woman.
yeah.
I can roll for my initiative and fight with a +5 modifier, but ain't no way I'm touching that girl.
I wonder if he could fight monsters and shit. But when it comes to an ordinary bar wench or something, oh god, how do I handle this?
He just keeps a D20 on him at all times. It's like, how do I approach the situation? D20. Shit. Rolls a 1 and just thinks, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I like bread. Do you like bread?
have you ever seen She's the Man?
I've seen bits.
Don't think I
I've
have.
seen bits.
Which is like the retelling of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, but in a teen movie.
Oh yeah.
Esque way. But anyway, basically on that, they have a whole conversation about cheese. Great big thing, she like cheese.
And it's raining pretty hard out there and stormy.
Yep, it is here as well.
Yeah.
Have we put in the chat to Vinny or?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I wrote a very strongly worded declaration of get your butt down here.
Basically, I will gladly reiterate this for the for the people on the streams. The message reads as following: Vinny, oi, get your butt into the fight right now. We need to beat the absolute living shit out of Strongham, and we can't do it when we don't have our Rock of Destruction. Like I was kind of thinking about this the other day, right? Like
Yes.
think of it this way. I've always thought of Urg like how that like that episode of The Simpsons where you have the Stone of Shame, and then when Urg win, like eventually when Urg gets his championship, now attach the Stone of Triumph. Oh,
Oh. Yes.
that would be I'd like meme that shit.
Yeah.
This rock will be my wrestler.
Yes.
The Stone of Triumph. Yo, that would actually be a good nickname for your wrestler, in all honesty.
That would be so good.
That'd be really good. Right, whilst we're waiting on Vinny, I think it's only fair, because we're here to kick butt, but we actually start the butt kicking.
Yeah.
Because I want to kick some butt. I'm sure you guys want to kick some butt.
I want to kick some absolute living shit of a butt. So hard that Strongham will shit out nuts and bolts of whatever the heck he's made himself out to be.
Lovely. And then Chrissy's like, yeah, butt kick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay, so, game screen. Hello.
Yes.
Lovely stuff. So, I'm going to hit the record button, and we're just going to say screw it, go for it, and if Vinny shows up, great, he can just join in when we can. And we're going to control the rest of the characters, because we're great like that. So, in the magic of 3, 2, and 1, whoa, where's the record button? There it is. Would help if I actually hit the record button in the first place. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, people of the world that do and do not roll dice for a living, welcome to Ring Warriors, the wrestling tabletop role-playing game being created, developed, soon to be released, soon to be the world conqueror of all tabletop role-playing games, and soon to smack you in the face harder than the Stone of Triumph! Oh!
Hey!
It's, yeah, Simpsons references, you gotta do it. Created by, obviously, this guy, WF Protocols, on the stream of ages. I hope everyone's doing great out there. Had some great support of the streams recently, so hopefully you guys would also support something that is near and dear to my heart with Ring Warriors. With that in mind, however, I am joined currently by 2 of the 4 party members that are currently laying waste to the world of wrestling itself. Kicking things off, we have the snake that may not know how to bake, but she can sure as hell punch. It's Lavanya, played by Tash.
She certainly knows how to shake as well, and she's going to beat the absolute living shit out of whoever stands in their fucking way.
Alright, and hello Hurricane Dancer in the D Live chat, how you doing? We are also joined by the bunny that can be funny, but always leaves things quite sunny. And in some cases punny. Hey. It is the drag queen of the wrestling world. It's Bumper, played by our very own Steam Chew.
Hello.
Lovely stuff. And Hurricane Dancer's new to D Live. Well, welcome to D Live and welcome to Ring Warriors. And we would be joined by Foxy, playing as Liam Cyber O'Reilly. Sadly, he is unavailable this evening due to commitments. That's absolutely fine. Hopefully, we'll see him next week. As for Vinny, playing as Urg, we are hoping he's going to show up at some point. And there you go. Thank you very much, Hurricane Dancer. Well, we're hoping he's going to show up at some point, but we haven't heard from him yet. He might just be having some difficulties getting in. But once he's in, he'll join in, and we'll have some rocky fun. It's great. So, mini recap before we get the ball rolling. So our team for the last while has been going through the secret base of Alfred von Strongham, an individual that has taken one of the party's friends, Eric Dance from the UK, and turned him into a cybernetic wrestling warrior who has single-handedly became the German wrestling champion out of nowhere. With that in mind, they followed the path of Strongham all the way to Cairo and a secret base underground, where they were joined by Shahir, a Arak, aka Spider Person, who was pretty much their guide and beloved guardian during the trip, and they were also joined by a guy that is deemed as the party's rival throughout the campaign so far, the Great White, Mike Jaws, the current reigning world hardcore champion. As they've been going through the base... Yeah, there you go. As they've been going through the base, they have experienced many a thing. Cybernetic beings, robotic beings, and all that jazz. Last week particularly, being in a room where they thought they were going to face Eric Dance one-on-one. Little did they know that they were facing an entire room of continuously spawning dance bots. And it got pretty crazy with the amount of bots that happened, but the party were very intuitive in a way of stopping them in their place and moving forward. And as they move forward by Erg literally smashing through a wall, they discovered Alfred von Strongham himself, Eric Dance, the actual Eric Dance, inside of a tube being kept incubated, and Strongham was not alone. He was joined by former World Tag Team Champions, Volcanus and Arctus, the Twin Peaks. And as the party began their fight, they've started doing a little damage to Strongham. They completely decimated Volcanus, with Bumper destroying Volcanus in such a way that you literally kicked his face off and killed him. He's dead. That's insane. So Liam is now officially not the only person with a death under their belt. But with all that in mind, we are in mid-fight. We are going to keep battling. We're keeping our initiatives from last time. And we are going to start from the top of the list down, because I believe that's where we were last time as well. So without further ado, starting things off right off the bat will be Lavanya.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You rolled an 18.
Oh, right. I was thinking of the previous fight. Okay. 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 So at the moment, I have my tail wrapped around Strongham's leg.
You do.
Okay.
Having wrapped around his leg, you're squaring up with him.
Okay. And if I remember rightly, I also got a little bit of lava on my right hand.
A little bit, yep.
And would you say that the lava is more or less on my hand, still fresh and burning and all that jazz?
Tell you what. Roll me a toughness check. Let's have a look.
Okay, so that's going to be a d20 plus my toughness.
Yes.
That's a 23.
Oh, very good. You've actually realised that since Volcanus has passed away, literally in this case, he's now like a pile of rubble on the ground. Since Volcanus has been defeated, the lava that has covered your hands, because it's actually connected to him, has actually started hardening up, and part of it's actually crumbling. So it's hardened lava, but you can just easily like bang your hand against it and just smash it off as if it were just easily brushed off.
Would you say that it would give me like a little more like sort
It's
of
like hardens
power?
your hand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? For the sake of this, I would say if you were to punch,
Mm-hmm.
I would let you add an extra D4 on top of the punch damage.
Okay, then. In that case, then, I would like to punch Strongham sort of at the joint of the leg that I'm holding, so that I can knock it off, like dismember his leg.
Oh, nice. It's like full dismantle in punch.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
Right. For that to happen, I want you to roll me a D20
Mhm.
plus your power, because obviously you're swinging it in. But because you're holding it with your tail, you do roll with favor.
Woohoo!
This is going to be a
Come
big roll.
on, RNG gods. That's a 16.
Okay, not too bad. You do swing for that punch, your tail latching around the cybernetic legs, or cybernetic leg, sorry. As you do go for the swing, specifically aiming for like the joint of the knee.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, music.
Sorry.
Let's turn.
And
Let's turn.
video copyright claimed.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Silly
It's fine.
Instagram decided to play a video.
Okay, fair enough. But yes, you're wrapped around it. You're aiming for like the back of a joint of a knee, as if you were to granddad him with your fist, old school granddad style. I like it. As you're swinging in, you go and clock in for the punch, and as you do, you punch into the steel, and it's just harder than you were imagining it to be. It doesn't necessarily hurt you, but the punch doesn't quite connect as you were hoping, thus dealing no damage, sadly. However, you will note that the magma you were hoping to add additional damage does fade off as a result.
Right. Okay. In that case, then, I would like to. Then, once I sort of connect with like the sort of leg type thing, I would like to probably grab that then, and then smack him down on the floor, like just as if she's like beating a freaking club on the floor.
It's like you're doing a takedown from his knee to just whip him down.
Yes.
Oh, I like it. Let's do that as an actual takedown. I think I've actually got that on my move list. Bear with me.
I was going to say, because I'm still holding on to him, would I roll that with favor as well?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to count this as a single leg takedown.
Okay.
So the single leg takedown, for this one, this is actually a D20 plus your smarts with favor.
Oh, okay. And oh, god damn it. Okay. Yeah, I looked at a thing and I'm like, okay. So smarts. I think my smarts is actually pretty good. Let's have a
smarts
look.
is actually a 4, which gives you a favor of 6.
Okay, I will do that. So let's do
Some
this.
people
That's
may think that that's why I kept them on stream, so I can keep tabs of people's numbers.
I mean, I have my character sheet up and all that jazz, but still,
course, yeah.
I rolled a 22.
Okay, that will pretty much do it this time round. You grab his leg with the support of your tail, going for that single leg takedown. As you do, you just hear, it's like as if it's going, Timber! As this hulking massive robot comes tumbling down, smish, right down into the mat. Now roll me some damage, so that will be a d6 plus your favor smarts.
Okay. And I'm also going to add a 1 to that because I always forget to roll that bloomin' damage from the ball of his gloves.
There you go.
It's going to be a 12.
Okay, that's a 12. Let me just mark that down. To answer your question, Hurricane Dancer, we do also play D&D. Not necessarily on my stream, but on a friend of ours stream called Tales of Gaming Addiction. We do that on Mondays with Tales of Fumbles of Fortunes. So it'll be fun there. How much did you say you dealt again, sorry?
12.
Oh, okay. Let me just get out calculator. Minus that. Okay, that's good. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so you have effectively tumbled him down. He is now face down onto the mat. Luckily, his chassis, like the chest piece, is big enough to make it so that his actual natural face is not going to smash on the ground. So it kind of like hovers up from the ground a bit, but the chassis does take a hit as it falls.
Okay.
Now, do you have anything else at your disposal, or is that pretty much it?
I did want to use my snake mist on him, but it is a function, so I'm going to see if I have anything at all,
Go for it.
as a bonus function.
Good. Just so you know, by the way,
Yeah.
by committing to that single leg takedown, I am going to say that your snake tail has been unraveled as you were taking him down, so he's no longer tied by your snake tail.
Okay. Okay. As a bonus function, I am pretty much going to step my leg on top of like the joint
Right.
where I sort of like did that single hand takedown,
All right. Yep.
and I'm pretty much gonna say, I'm pretty much gonna say, man, I like lose it at this
Take
point.
your time. Take your time.
Oh yes, like I'm gonna make sure you never walk or do any messed up shit ever again. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make sure that the only thing you'll be remembered by is being the fucked up guy who created all these fucking monstrosities.
Nice. Nice.
And for that, yes, he has to roll a power or cunning die against Lavanya.
Ooh. What skill are you using with this?
I am going to use, if I have a look at my character sheet, it's gonna be my power. Because right now, she is not pleased. She has had enough of his shit.
I was more so just asking what skill it was on the sheet you're using.
Oh, it was the shadow, like it was the shadow strike.
Ah, gotcha. No worries. So yes, roll or cunning die against opponent to intimidate them with a fake out punch. Haha, and this may lower his AC by 2. Right.
Mm.
So, and you're using power, right?
I don't know whether it's by the opponent's choice or my choice.
Well, power or cunning die. No, because it says power cunning die against an opponent. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
British technique.
Might need to put that
Okay,
down.
okay. Oh, okay. This can be used out of fights as an intimidation technique, or used in fights to make opponents roll a die versus your. Okay, so out of fights you would be rolling. In fights your opponent rolls. That's how I made it. And that's how I decree as of now, as the game creator. So with that in mind, if you declare power, I have to roll a 6, or else I fail. Let's have a look. Well, that's the complete reverse of a 6. That's a 1.
Well, he gets a -2 to the next attack made against him.
Nice. I'll mark that down. So he is down by 2 AC for his next attack. Good stuff.
Also,
Ooh.
would the takedown be considered as a strike?
No.
Okay,
considered
cool.
as a grapple.
Nope, that's fine. I'm pretty much done then.
Okay, no worries. He is classed as downed, however. Keep
Mm-hmm.
that in mind. When you have a moment, could you link me the D&D stream? Definitely keen to tune in when you're live. No worries. I know I also tend to stream it on my end as well, but we will get a link to you when we can. Next up, let's have a look. With the next role is Erg. And so what Erg's going to do is, because he's in the middle of a fight against what remains of Arctus after smashing part of his face in with his amazing climax move. Erg is still readying himself. He's quite quick on the move to battle Arctus. He's trying to be careful as well, because Arctus is very close to the tank that Eric is in. The last thing he wants to do is to smash the tank and potentially hurt or damage Eric. But woo! Let's take that weak hand down once and for all. Thanks for the sub.
Woo!
And on top of that, there's a link for you, Hurricane, to the D&D streams we do on Monday. Hope you enjoy. There you go. For our very own stream show. So, bearing that all in mind, what Urg is going to do is, Urg is going to do probably the safest thing that he could do at a time like this, which is to size up his opponent, make sure that his surroundings are pretty safe, pretty right, and he's going to suplex this mother hubbard. But not just any suplex.
Ooh.
As I quickly flash to his powerhouse list. Here it is, lovely. Because bearing in mind, Urg is a power plexer. And you are able to suplex your opponent in ways and methods that make others wallow in comparison. And you can roll favor on your power die for damage, and can perform this equal to your power's harm stat before requiring a rest. So, what he's going to do is, he's actually going to take Arctis, his plan, to suplex him onto the downed Strongham.
Oof.
And bearing in mind, Arctis is an Agricon, very heavy, like beings in general. This could do a lot. So, Urg is going to attempt the suplex.
Oh.
Ooh, that's actually, wait a minute. Let's see. Ooh, it's not the best. He goes in for his suplex, going for like the basic grapple first in order to get him into the zone. Arctis is very quick to clock on, even though part of his head's quite badly smashed in. He's quick to analyze what Urg's planning and just breaks out of whatever Urg's grapple was going to be. Like throwing his arms in the air as if to throw Urg off of him. But, out of response to this, Urg is going to take complete advantage of this moment, and instead of going for a regular suplex, try and grab onto Arctis's stomach and go for a belly-to-belly suplex.
Ooh.
Oh, now that'll do it. Rolling an 18 by doing such. Very good. So by doing this, he notices and sees the opportunity, going in, grabbing at the waist, as he does, performing an excellent belly-to-belly suplex, lifting Arctis and smashing him onto the back of the mechanized Strongham, dealing damage to both parties. Now, with that in mind, because it's a suplex, this will do additional damage to Arctis, and then it will also do some damage to Strongham. So let's have a look and see what happens. So, damage-wise, no, that's the wrong die. Damage-wise for Le Suplex. Oh, that's not bad at all. Wow. That's... Okay, so that's that much. Oh, no, he rolls with his favor stat. I forgot. I absolutely apologize.
Ah.
So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's fantastic. He deals 16 points of damage into Arctis,
Ooh.
which is amazing damage. Absolutely amazing damage.
Oh.
And by doing that, Arctis gets slammed onto the back of the mechanized Strongham, and as he gets slammed there, and Urg just stands up to look down at what he's done, you just have like the lifeless form of Arctis lying over the top of the downed Strongham at this point. And this will cause a problem when Arctis attempts to stand up. Oh, sorry, when Strongham attempts to stand up. Interesting indeed. Now, this also did some damage to Strongham. He won't receive the bonus from the suplex because he wasn't the victim of the suplex, but some extra damage nonetheless. As Strongham receives, if I just type this up, Strongham does receive 13 points of damage.
Ooh.
That's right. Okay. And as he is lying down, he just hears like the like that bending sound of the metal, part of it bending into his own back. She's just like, "Aye!" As he just feels that bending into his own a little bit. It's starting to get uncomfortable, and that seated party is now in his mechanized form. Not great. with that in mind, Erg is, if I'm just going to have a butcher's at that powerhouse list, if he does have anything. No, Erg's actually going to be quite satisfied. He's going to look. Oh, he's going to look over at Arctus and like gesture towards the rest of our party, just saying like, "Get Strongham. He no get up." Very simple and easy. We now move on to Bumper, who sadly has to be right back, which is absolutely fine. So what Bumper's actually going to do is, bearing in mind, Bumper's like a more extravagant individual of a party.
Mm-hmm.
So, we might be hearing a comeback. Bear with me. If she is, we will let her do her turn. If that's not her, we will do otherwise. Give it a couple seconds. Ooh.
I think it's raining. It's
Ooh.
wind whistling.
Go check out some other streams, but enjoy this ice cream. Oh, thank you very much, Hurricane. Wow. Thank you very much, dude. Have a good day. Enjoy your streamings. And thanks for coming along. Great stuff. Yeah, so I think Christy is going to be busy at the moment, which is fine. And just as I say that, I reckon she's going to come back. We'll soon find out. So what's going to happen is, this is more... Oh, no. Are we?
I'm back.
Hey, just in time.
Yeah.
I had to sort out a daisy.
No worries. No worries. And just in time, it's your turn.
Hey.
So, to put into perspective, Strongham in mech form, laying on ground with big rock guy on top of him so he can't get up.
Does he have any so is he robot or just
So Strongham is like, kind of think of it as he's in a mech suit, where you can see...
Yeah, I was gonna say, is his head covered or is it just
his head's not
or
covered.
is it full on like helmeted?
Kind of think of it like, you know, like the mech battle suits out of like the Matrix movies, where you can see the body and it's just like their arms and legs are an extension of their own arms and legs.
Yeah.
Kind of think of him like that.
Okay, Bumper's gonna get down on the floor then, just above
Everybody
his
do
head.
the dinosaur.
Just above his head, and go do that thing that rabbits do, and basically bump their back legs up and down.
Oh, so like do that actual like thump thing.
Yeah,
Oh, I like it. Continue.
you do it just sort of like be like, I'm the boss, I'm here.
Consecutive
You do it as
normal
like
stomps. I like it. Let's have a look, because I believe that's actually on my... Yes, I will count that as a stomp. Specifically because we actually have a variation of the stomp that is very similar to this. I will count this as a Garvin stomp.
Nice.
Which in the wrestling world, a Garvin stomp normally is performed when an opponent is downed and you stomp on every individual part of their body as you circle around them. But in your case, you're just focusing on one part of his body and just going... just laying down that thumping smack. Which it means that you have to roll a d20, and that's plus your appeal.
Let's get it up.
This could end up being really good.
Yes. 20, say.
Yep, D20 plus your appeal, which is 6.
So that will be 19.
Whoa! And you know what? His AC was lowered because of what Lavanya did. It's a hit.
Oh yeah.
Very good, very good. So with that, you just, as you said, you just like suavely, just like, let's let the queen go show you how it's supposed to be done. Come on over, find that ideal body part, lay down the bunny thumps. I like it, bunny thumps. You lay down those bunny thumps, and Strong Hamster's hearing it, just going out, now, with like every consecutive thump.
Or as he would like, or in German, 9999999.
Basically, yes. 9 stomps. Anyway, with this in mind, he is going to receive damage. So on your end, that is a D6 plus your appeal.
D6, yeah?
Yes.
That'll be a 9.
Oh, very good. Okay, 9 points of damage to him. That is that minus that, taking him down to this amount of health. Och, mein Lieben. Lovely. Right, with that big consecutive series of smacks, he's feeling it. He's not enjoying it. If anything, he's getting very angry, especially with the remains of Arctis thrown on top of him. Bearing in mind, Arctis is not dead. He is just heavily knocked out. You don't want to ruthlessly murder everyone you come across.
Wait, did we technically not murder Volcanus?
Oh no, Volcanus is dead.
Oh god.
because with his health value at the time when we took over Bumper and Bumper crit on her super kick, because Bumper crit on her super kick, it just killed him outright.
Jesus.
Great!
And okay, so with that in mind, you've laid down the thumps. You do have your sequence if you want to do another attack, or you can do whatever you want.
I just keep doing it over and over.
But do it again. Why not? I like it. Right, give me another D20 plus your appeal for the thumps.
That's only 11 this time.
Oh, okay. The thumps this time round, not as accurate. As you lay them down, and you're noticing
They're getting worn out, to be fair.
Yeah, like you're doing them. Yeah, you're doing them so consistently, but now it's like the speed's not quite there, the accuracy's a little bit off, the precision power just there isn't enough thump in the thump, you know. But hey, you've laid down some thumping. That's still pretty great. Is there anything else you fancy doing from your character sheet, or are you alright?
No, I think I'm okay.
Lovely stuff. Good move. Right, we are now undertaking Liam Cyber O'Reilly, and with Liam taking part. Now, obviously, Liam's kind of like your technical hacker genius, so he likes to hack. But what he's going to do is he's not going to hack Strongham's mech suit. Instead, he's going to first roll a smarts check to see if he can find anything of interest. Specifically trying to find if there is a console for Eric's capsule.
Ooh.
And with that, he does manage to find a little like code button combinator thing next to his capsule that seems to be like the release code security lock, and a big red lever that's like behind a glass panel that's locked. Now that he's found that, bearing in mind his hacking device did get fried when he was hacking with his little hacking device through one of the Eric Dance robot heads back in a couple of sessions ago. So he can't use his hacking device to help him, but he is going to attempt to guess the code on the pass lock and release Eric. Let's have a look. So, but you know what? I'm not even going to roll for this. I'm gonna let Tash roll for this.
Me? Okay,
Yes.
so what do I have to roll?
I want you to roll for me a D20, and we are going to add Foxy. No, yeah, roll me a D20, but this is bearing in mind because he doesn't have his hacking device. Foxy is going to roll this with harm.
Okay, do I just roll the d20 and then you can do the rest?
Yeah, that's it.
14.
Ooh, okay, so that adds up to an 11 overall. It's a bit of a struggle. He's trying his best at doing different passcodes, coming up with all the time, just not doing the work that he's hoping for it to do. So, he's going to do what any fox believes is the right thing to do. He is going to take his fist and try and smash that glass open so that he can get to the lever that way.
Oh.
Tash, would you like to roll me a d20 again?
Okay. God damn it. That's a 7.
Ooh, not great. Tries to smash into the glass, and the glass is like that very hard to break glass that's like extra security proof. Foxy's just not having a good day, but he does know that the clock is ticking, and as the clock ticks, that is -1 turn for the yellow powder on Stronghand.
Oh.
The countdown. Right. So Foxy's going to look over to you guys and say, I'm going to keep trying to release Eric. Maybe he'll give us an extra hand."
Alright. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
With that in mind, it is now time for Stronghand. And the first thing he's going to try and do is get up, bearing in mind he does have an Arctus laying on top of him, knocked out. So with this in mind, he's going to attempt to stand up. It would normally cost half his move, but because he has someone heavy on top of him, he's going to have to get up whilst rolling a d20 toughness check with harm. Can he do it? Well, rolling a 2 is an exact reason of no. He attempts to move from his down position as he's just going, "Ah, get off me, you fluzz and idiot!" And then at this moment in time, he just thinks to himself, "Ah, at least I can do this!" As he takes his arms while he's lying down on the ground that are long enough to try and sweep at the legs of both Bumper and Lavanya.
Bitch, please.
So let's see if he does this. Let's have a look. So, first off, the arm swinging towards Bumper. That is... oh wow, that's only a 10 versus your AC. So I reckon that's going to be a big fat nope. Which is fine.
Okay.
The roll against you, Lavanya, however, is going to be... let's have a look. That's a 23 versus an AC.
God frickin' darn it, that hits.
Away. So while Bumper sees it coming and is able to just go whoop, hops over it, absolutely fine. You, however, see it coming, and well, you're actually facing away from him as he's down, and you just go, "What the?" Vroom, as you just feel this like heavy metal bang into the back of your legs, and deals 10 points of damage.
Let me have a look-see. Let me have a look-see. This is not good for me, so let me do that. That is going to be 4 points of damage instead with my, strong guard.
Alright, no worries.
So, yeah.
Okay. And with that in mind, now to see if you do get downed or not, as this is a heavy piece of metal smacking you into your legs, I want you to quickly roll me a toughness check to see if you keep your footing.
So is it a D20 plus my toughness?
It is.
Oh, okay. Dirty 20.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. You keep your footing. It may hurt a bit, but you're fine.
Okay.
Alrighty. And with Strongham in this down state, like you just constantly hear like this all this German gibberish coming out of his mouth. For as far as you're aware, some of you, like none of you, are necessarily lingual in German, but you can pretty much tell it's not PG. Put it that way. No, it's not quite family friendly. As we rotate back to Lavanya.
Right. Man. I did have an idea before you did that leg sweep. But Lavanya's going to turn to Strongham with a kind of... I'm just going to see... Okay, as a bonus function... No. No, as a bonus function, she is going to... No, as a function, she is going to use her snake mist to, like, plaster him down where he is with Arctus sandwiched on top of him.
Okay, so you're just trying to glue the two together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like this. Okay, you know what? To make this work, because it's going to use some like actual wittiful nature of your spray, like you might not have used it before. I want you to roll me a d20 plus your wits to see if you can get this done.
I mean, my wits isn't really that bad, so...
It's still 6, so you have a chance to
Yeah,
make this work.
God. 17.
Okay. You go over Arctus and Strongham, trying to like get in those like crevice points, like the ideal locations to really get that glue going. Even like encircling them, just to make sure you get the best coverage. And you do in fact glue them both together. So this is going to be even harder for Strongham to really get up.
Woo-hoo. And as a bonus function, I would like to do my shadow strike again by more or less I'm just gonna do my... No, actually, I'm gonna walk up to the No, she's gonna say, I'll fucking deal with you I'll fucking deal with you after I do this. She's gonna walk up to the console. She's gonna go, all right, Liam, this is how you break glass. And she is going to try and punch the glass on the console to get to the handle.
Alright, if that's the case, d20 plus power, please.
Woo! 13.
She punch. Not quite it. And as you go for the punch, you again realise this is a very hardened glass. Your punch is maybe not on target as you hoped, maybe a little bit too cocky in yourself, as you go to launch your fist into it, and the glass does not shatter.
And I don't really have another action or anything like that, don't I?
Not really.
Okay. Ugh! Yeah. Ugh! Bumper, you think you can take care of the mad scientist? Liam and I are gonna try and break this piece of shit.
Me?
Yes, you.
But sorry, what did you say?
Take care of Strongham. Liam and I are gonna try and break this piece of shit.
Not a problem. Come on, Erg.
Yeah. Urg just like looks at
Come on,
everyone
this guy.
and just like Urg doesn't really say anything, but he just raises a big thumbs up. as if like yes. Okay, with your that's pretty much your turn over, Darwin.
Yeah, that's pretty
Speaking
much
of
my turn.
Urg, Here he is. It's his turn. I would have hoped that when I said, here he is, it would actually be here, but sadly.
But no.
No.
Sadness.
But it's okay. It is his turn. And on his turn, Erg will see Arctus glued on to Strongham. He's gonna like look at this situation and just think, what can do? How does one take advantage of said situation? And so, after looking at the situation, after evaluating what would probably be the best thing to do as the big rock that he is, Erg, whilst looking at the powerhouse section of his character sheet, just to see if there's any inspiration I can gather, hopefully. You created this game, you should know everything off the top of your head. I'd like to see you know 137 pages off the top of your head. It ain't easy. This is why when you play D&D, you take the book with you.
Mm.
Or books, if you're wanting multiples. Okay, not really that. Not really that. You know what? He's just gonna he's gonna go for something no one's really seen Erg do before. He's going to, after looking at the situation, he thinks to himself, best. Like you can even hear like his own inner monologue as he's speaking out loud. He's like, best damage, best damage. And he kind of like has this mini eureka moment as it clicks in his head. He goes over to one of Strongham's legs as he is downed. He grabs the leg and manages to get the leg into a single leg Boston Crab hold.
Nice.
I'm going to see if he manages to hold it just right. Now, Boston Crab. Single leg Boston Crab. That's going to be with his wits. So, D20 plus his wits. Ooh. Not as wittful as we were hoping. As he only rolls a 7. So although he has a great idea, he's a little bit too enthusiastic as he tries to grab a leg and he's like, you know, he's trying to maneuver the gyros in such a way so that he can fit it in properly, but just gets frustrated and slams the leg back down as if to go, not quite working. But then he just goes, okay, this instead, as he just jumps for a classic elbow drop on the back of his knee. Because why not? Let's drop the elbow with a big slap of power on it. That's more like it. Brilliant stuff. He actually hits a 20.
Ooh.
Which causes Strongham to roll for counterattack.
Oh.
So this is what we're going to do for this one. Tash, if you could do this for
Hello.
me. Roll me a flat d20. I'm going to roll one on my end. You're rolling for Erg. I'm rolling for Strongham. We're going to see who wins for counterattack.
Oh no.
Okay, I've got my...
Oh. Vinny, I am so sorry.
Oh no.
I rolled a 3.
Strongham rolled a 7.
Oh.
So whilst Erg is
Ouch.
trying to go for that elbow drop, Strongham seems to like see it out of the corner of his eye, push a button on his like mech control, as you just see like this little piston come out of the knee and clock Erg across the face as he's dropping down, dealing damage onto him. And this will deal... Okay, not that much actually. This will only deal just about 6 points of damage to him.
Ooh. Is Erg like at 50% of his health?
I don't think so yet. Because I don't think he's been too badly hit in this boss fight just yet.
Okay.
I'm going to say no at this moment in time, but I'm going to say he's relatively close to that point.
Okay.
So with that failure in his mind, he's going to step up after we clocked him, kind of be pissed in himself that this has occurred. And as he does, he is going to use Larger Than Life to try and get it so that Strongham has harm on at least his next attack, if he dares try anything. So, with that in mind, he does mean he needs to do... We must succeed in a power die higher than your power, so Strongham has to roll higher than a 6. He gets the 6.
Oh.
Strongham is not intimidated by that of the rock, as he lays...
Boo.
He may be down, but he is definitely not out. As Erg just feels like this could have gone better, for sure. But with that in mind, he does now leave an opportunity for Bumper, as it's your turn.
So is Erg still sat on him?
So Erg's attempted to do some damage, but has failed. The Arctus, who's the other Agricon that you guys were fighting, has now been glued onto the back of Strongham. So effectively, it's a guy in a mech suit with a giant rock guy glued on top of him that's knocked out.
Can I attempt to run from their side and push them into a wall?
You can definitely try that. Now, if you do want to try and push them against the wall, it's going to be a hard push. As you're now
That's
trying
all
to push...
I'm thinking is...
Yeah, because you're going to be trying to push a big mech suit with a heavy rock guy on top of him. It's going to be very tough. If you do want to go ahead with it. I'm not going to stop you.
No, I'm just trying to rethink what I can actually do.
Kill him. Make him beg for mercy. To which we will say, no.
Can I? And this might be really brutal. Do we want him dead?
Ooh.
That's
That's a question.
I mean... Benny!
What
That's
up, G's?
The prodigal son has returned.
The prodigal rock
Yay.
has returned.
Oh.
So, what have I missed?
So, Strongham is currently... Arctus has been knocked out by you
Obviously.
doing a... What basically happened was, you beat Arctus by doing a belly-to-belly suplex with him onto a downed Strongham.
Yep.
And now...
I'm very proud of whoever said
And
that.
Lavanya has now glued a knocked out rock guy onto the back of Strongham, so it's now really hard for him to get up.
Okay. Nice one. Nice one.
Thank you. Oh, I also need to... Oh, never mind. Carry on.
So,
I thought that was a thing that I needed to roll, but never mind. Carry on.
whose turn is it?
At the moment, it
Fine.
is... Yeah, Bumper's turn.
Bumper.
Okie dokie. Alright, I'm here now. Carry on.
Ben, am I killing him?
Oh yeah, that's the question.
Yeah.
To kill or not to kill?
Because I have an
Oh, wow.
idea.
I mean,
It could end in death, so I don't want to go. Well,
in
could do
my
it, I
head,
suppose.
I want to spare him so that he actually faces justice. On the other hand, he is a bit of a threat.
What my idea on what to do might make him sort of, stop. of involve his life. So my idea is basically onto his around his neck, so my legs are around his neck, tear off a bit of my suit and tie it around his neck
Oh,
like a
Wow.
noose.
Oh, damn.
oh, that's dark.
I mean, that's woof.
I did say.
I mean, yeah, still.
Okay, so wrapping that round like a noose and choking the living daylights out of him. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Talk
Let's-
to us, or
If you want
talk to
Erg's
us and stop
opinion,
your ways, or you're
wait, so
choked.
are we just choosing whether or not to outright kill Strongham,
I mean,
or what's going on?
I'm trying to think, what would Lavanya want in character?
Erg has seen blood. Erg has seen red, sorry, and he is out for blood. So Erg's opinion on this whole matter is literally he's not human anymore. He is more machine than man. Erg destroys machines.
That's fair.
I mean, all of that could fail for me. It might not work.
Ah, man.
No, machine.
I think. Shut up, you. I think as long as they get Eric out safe and sound, Lavanya really doesn't care what we do with him.
Fair enough.
So it's really
Okay,
down to
well,
you.
I will do that, and I'll attempt to sort of leg lock. Actually, tell
Okay.
you what, rather than the actual strangling him, why don't I just attempt to leg lock around his head and
Ooh.
squeeze tight enough?
Also, like a ooh.
No,
Ooh.
so be choking, but not necessarily as strong as.
Eh, I mean, you do you.
Mer.
This is some dark
Tis your
shit.
But the idea was not just around his neck, but sort of tie the whole bit of clothing around both of their necks, to sort of bind
Oh,
them.
Jesus!
I
Christ.
think I need an adult, honestly.
This is coming like this is a dark place. I haven't seen Christy go here ever.
I need help.
Yeah, if
should
you want to
just
do
offer a
it, let's do it.
Just offer a counselling service at the end of this episode. Because I feel like some of us might
Let's
need
just
it.
do the leg lock thing. Let's just flip up and sort of lock my legs around his.
Okay. Now, you can do this as he is laying down, and we're going to be doing this on the move list. We're going to be counting this as a figure 4 headlock. So effectively locking your legs in such a way so that they trap Strongham's head, entangling and indeed strangling. Now, to lock that in place, I need a d20 plus your smarts.
That's 19.
I like. Okay. With that 19, actually, you know what? I'm gonna bear that in mind. I'm gonna let you roll with favor on that one. So yes, you just pass it. Well done. You lock in the figure 4 headlock, interlocking your legs around his head as he is trapped down. Now entangling around him, basically strangling his own head as your way of basically unleashing pain. As you lock this in, roll me a d6 plus your smarts.
6, yeah?
Yeah.
It's 11.
Oh, nice. There's 11 points of damage dealt, brings him down to this. And whilst you have him in that leg lock, I want you to roll me a single d4.
Three.
Okay. He is now in the figure 4 headlock for 3 turns. As long as you are able to keep it, he will be feeling it. Simple as that.
Ooh.
That's some good lockdown. Okay, with that in mind, do you just want to keep him in that hold and just keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, was that a yes? It got a bit buggy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
no worries.
That was a
Great
yes.
move. Great lock. He's gonna really struggle on getting up now. You realise this? Maybe I need a new stack called Super Harm or Mega Harm.
Yes.
Because at this moment in time, he fucked. Right. Well, kick things off. Let's have a look back at my bits. Bumper's gone. It is Liam's turn. Okay, so with Liam's turn arising, you've seen Lavanya get another shot in at that glass panel, and is thinking, okay, we need to try this again. Maybe I can try the keypad again. As he attempts the keypad yet again, bearing in mind it is going to be with harm on this one. So, actually, Vinny, since you just got here, roll me a d20.
Give me 2 seconds.
Right.
My Google Chrome has decided to crash on me and deleted all my tabs.
Oh no.
All 47 of them are gone.
Of course.
Just a flat-
47?
I'm yeah. Was it just a flat D20?
Flat d20, please, yeah.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
That is only an 8, okay. Trying the keypad again, Liam's just not having a lot of luck. Without his handy hacking device in hand, he's not the whiz hacker that he wants to be. It's just not going in his favour. But maybe, just maybe, he can punch that glass again. He will try it one more time. Vinny, another d20, please.
You just need to stop asking me. It's another 8.
Oh, the heck. Yet again, that would be. Oh yeah, that's not great. He unleashes a punch, goes against the glass again. Glass still does not break. This is going to be harder to get Eric out than you originally thought. Simple as that. And as a result of Liam's turn coming to an end, clock ticks. 2 turns until Mother Nature gets involved. Greg.
How many turns is it going to take for Mother Nature to strike down the foes that stand before us?
Now, the yellow powder has 2 more turns, and then a seeming thunder strike out of somewhere is going to strike the Strongham.
Okay.
We'll see when. We'll see if that goes through. With that in mind, is Strongham's turn, and he's not great. He's not doing great. He's down. He's got a glued rock guy on him. He's in a figure 4 headlock, thanks to Bumper. He's just not in a good shape. And he's being strangled at this point, finding it hard to use any of his controls because he's focusing on grabbing onto the legs, wrapping around his neck. He just sees a single button that is just he just flips over a little panel that he has that has a big red button. He smashes the living crap out of that red button, and I'm going to see what happens as a result of that. So, ooh, interesting. So by smashing that red button, he has effectively activated what is known as the emergency evacuation device. So, as a result, what would normally be a quite controlled release of him getting out is actually a rocket-propelled release, as him being in the headlock is being thrown forward towards the big iron door that separates you guys from Mike Jaws and Shahir. Bearing in mind that iron door is about to become face-to-face to both his face and Bumper's face. So with this in mind, Bumper, would you roll me a d20 plus your toughness? And I'm going to do the same for Strongham and see what happens.
A 6.
Okay. And then if I do... Okay, that's not... Okay, this... Okay, that's actually... Wow, alright. Not bad. Okay, so Bumper, you take... Luckily, you don't take a lot of damage. You take 6 points of damage as a result of being smacked into the steel grating. However, your hold does manage to keep quite well onto Strongham, even though he has been released from his mechanical shell. As Strongham, back in his professor form, not really powered up anymore by his mechanics, he actually doesn't take any damage from the shunt. By the looks of things, he was able to just soften the blow with his chair more so than anything else that he was launching forward. Now, Strongham, after getting out of that situation, is going to try his best to try and pry your legs off around his neck to see if he can just get some air and release himself from the hold. Let's see. And Bumper, what's your AC?
AC is 19.
Okay. He does manage to break the hold by hitting... by just prying off with a 23 versus your AC to whack that off.
Oh.
So that means the hold is no longer in place. But you're effectively now battling just a professor, just on his own, no mechanical enhancements. He manages to get some air and stands up and just goes, Ugh, mein Himmel. Who'd have thought battling wrestlers would kill your back and neck and everything? Oh my. But as he's like getting up from that, he just looks over to like the mechanical shell that he just was burst out from and just sees angry Erg face, angry Lavanya face, angry Liam face. And it's just like, comrades, is it too late to maybe I don't know end this in a peaceful manner?
Release.
Can I just
Eric.
instead of
Now.
saying anything, can I just punch him in the punch him really hard in the leg?
Not yet, because it's not your turn.
Ah!
You can be verbal, but not physical.
So what did he say? He wants to see if we can resolve this in a peaceful manner. Yes, no.
Not say that again, sorry, sir.
Did you say he was like? Did he say like? Let's see if we can resolve this in a peaceful manner.
Yes, yes.
I was just gonna shout, no.
Just no,
And then a big smile.
no.
Oh,
Oh, I love that. And Strongham is like he does a bit of like a jolly as he knows he's screwed.
carry on what you were gonna say, Lavanya.
I was gonna say, let Eric go now. Open that fucking fucking capsule right now.
I mean, if you want me to, that's absolutely fine. Let me just grab my remote, I will open him up, and I will let him destroy you on my behalf, because as I know, a champion is best fighting champions. Let's do this! And as he goes to look for his remote, he flushes around like his lab coat pockets and everything. He just goes, where did I put that remote? It's got to be somewhere. He's going to do a smarts check just to see if it can find it. Oh, no, he can't.
Oh no.
The remote is still in his cockpit of the robot.
Oof.
As he just looks over
Wow.
and he sees the remote back in the cockpit. And he's like, no! As he just starts heading in the direction of the cockpit, ready to try and grab. As we switch back to Lavanya.
Right. As soon as he starts running for like that cockpit, she's going to like sort of run as much as she. How far is she from Strongham?
You're like Strongham's within 25 feet of you.
Okay. Like Lavanya's going to get a lot closer before whipping out her tail and wrapping him around, like wrapping her tail around him.
Oh yeah. Anywhere in particular on him, or?
Just to bind his arms.
Okay. So like you're gonna just grab him and just be like, as if you like tie his arms like as if they were in handcuffs.
Oh
So-
yeah. Well, like sort of tie him around his like chest so that his
Okay.
arms are like kind of stuck beside
I
him.
get you. So he's like trapped like mummy trapped.
Yeah, mummy trapped. That's it.
Lovely. So you wrap round him, and as you wrap that round him, he's like, ah, no, let go, ah, my machines, oh no. As he's just trying to shake out of frustration, but he is trapped by you.
And Lavanya's just going to give him a nice little squeeze just to like take his breath away a little. And she's going to go, you're going to point to where that fucking device is. And you're going to tell us how to get Eric back as he was before you fucked him up.
Now, as
Do
you
I
squeeze
make
him-
myself clear?
Now, first things first. You're squeezing him, which is
Yes.
absolutely fine. Because you are squeezing him, I will count this as a bear hug.
Ooh.
Which means I would want you to roll me, first off, to see how tight your squeeze is, a d20 plus your power.
Oh God.
Bearing in mind, outside of a mech suit, his AC has dropped a lot.
23.
And that would do it. Easy. With that tail wrapped around him, it's like, and squeeze. It's like, ah! Like being really, really done. You swear you can also hear a in places, potentially near his rib area, because ouch,
No.
that squeeze. With that in mind, roll me a d6
Hmm.
plus your power.
10.
Okay,
Oh,
so solid
plus 1, so that's 11.
stuff. That will bring him down to that much. And roll me 1d4, please.
2.
Okay. He will be in your bear hug for 2 turns.
Ooh, nice.
And as you squeeze and intimidate him for that bit of information, he's just going, no, I cannot tell you. You will not take my pride and joy.
Alright. Now, really? And she's just going to squeeze him just a little bit harder.
Just screaming.
Now,
out.
what were you saying? What were you saying about not being able to take your prize and joy?
Now, just
Because
roll-
I can do this all fucking day after all the shit you pulled.
Nice. Do me another d20 plus your power to see if bear hug squeeze is still potent.
11.
not as potent. Doing the squeeze, it actually doesn't add enough extra squeeze onto him. It's more or less the same squeeze as last time. Not quite damaging him this time round as a result. He's more so just feeling. He's more so feeling the discomfort from the last squeeze more than this squeeze. Sadly, no damage will go through. As a result, Strongham will he's got like a little bit of blood streaking out of his mouth. As he's like, "You can touch me all you want, you snake. I will tell you nothing."
All right then. Then I'm just going to use a shadow strike and sort of bring him over to the control desk and sort of press his face onto it. Like, you're going to tell us. No, at least hang on. The least you can fucking do after sending us on this wild fucking goose chase all around the world and fucking up a friend is to help us bring him back to how he was before. Now, as I said, I can do this all fucking day. I've taken on much worse scum than you. Although you're kind of on at least the top 5, if that's anything good to go by.
Okay, so your Shadow Strike, I already rolled my power my power die for it. He did not get your power, so he does have -2 on his AC for his next attack.
Alright then.
Very good.
Uh-huh.
With that all done, it is the turn of Erg.
So, what can I do?
Get the fucking control shit device out of the mech. That's what you can do.
Can I do it in a very Erg fashion and just rip it to absolute fucking shreds?
You
Just
can
literally
indeed.
go absolutely insane, just ripping little pieces off.
You can. You absolutely can. By doing it this way, by just being reckless and smashy, like you just think best way to search, smash.
I don't know. Okay, all right. It's not entirely reckless. There is some method to the madness. I'm deliberately ripping it off bit by bit, so I'm not just delving in and ripping massive chunks out. I'm going off the top and ripping layers off, sort of thing.
Gotcha. You know what? In that case, then, because you're being quite calm with bit by bit, why don't you do me a D20 plus your toughness?
Okay.
Because you're being mindful of the integrity of it and just going panel, 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 little bit of wiring, panel.
And when you said I'm being intelligent about it, I really thought you were going to say smarts, and I would have shouted at you if you had.
I was going to, but then you said how you were going to do it, and I'm like, nah, I'll be fair. He's doing it differently. He's thinking about it. Using your character's abilities to good use.
I rolled a 17, including my modifier.
That's pretty great. So like you're being quite smashy, but at the same time conservatively smashy, as you're just going through bit by bit, whittling through as you get to the cockpit from the back of the mech, and as you do, just on like part of his dashboard, there is a like what seems to be just like a big like squared switch with a little little retractable antenna and a series of buttons.
I have a thing. What do with thing? Berg's very confused. He doesn't know what it is.
Tell the fucking professor how to work it.
Big
We
ham.
need to get Eric out.
Big ham. Got thing. He's not good with names.
Big ham. I love it. Okay. Since you are trying to get that persuasion on, try and do a D20 plus your appeal.
Hmm.
And you know what? I'm gonna let you do this with advantage as he is being squeezed. Well, favor.
With
Sorry, not
flavor. What's my appeal? Is it 5?
It's 5, so your favor
So
is
8.
8.
Okay. 27.
Nice.
Do not know
with-
why I started there.
Fair enough. With that 27, Strongham, while being squeezed, will be looking over to you as hard as he is trying to resist. He's like, "Well, whatever you do, don't press the button on the right-hand side of the main dash. Ah!"
Why?
He will refuse to say why, and will simply give you that bit of information, as he is just cowering in pain.
I'm rolling myself a d20 for this.
Okay.
On an odd number, I'm pressing that button. Fuck. Not only was it an odd number, it was a 1. I'm pressing that button.
Okay. You press the button the Strongham said do not press. As you press that button, the lock on the emergency latch right next to Foxy Foxy just hears a on that glass lock, and the glass just swings up, and Foxy now, if he chooses, has access to the emergency switch.
What else can I do then? Anything?
You kind of used your functions doing what you have done.
I'm just gonna look proud of myself then, and just I did something useful.
Happy Erg. So
He's
it's like what I
calmed down
said.
a little.
It's like what I said before the stream. It's like, detach the stone of shame. Woohoo! Now attach the stone of triumph.
Oh.
I love it. So well done on that one. With that in mind, it is now Bumper's turn.
Whereabouts is everybody situated?
So about you were having him in that headlock, but sadly he's broken out of it. So in front of you at this moment in time is a downed robot with a big rock guy over the top of it. Erg with a with a switch in his hand. Liam in the far back where the capsule is. And between you and the robot is Lavanya squeezing Strongham with her tail.
Is the robot still active?
No.
I'll go and help Lavanya then with Stronghelm. Don't know what you want doing.
Well, you can always pull the lever, see what happens.
Oh, lever crunk.
Pull the lever. Pull the lever. Pull the lever. What?
We'll go and pull the lever.
Alrighty. You just you stroll on over. You see Liam's been looking at that lever. You kind of like give him a nonchalant like out of the Fifth Element, just to move him out of the way that little bit. As you just like make it look elegant as all hell. Pull the lever, and as you pull the lever, there's a little siren that goes off as it goes. And as it does, you see the water in the capsule slowly drain. And as it gets to a point where it's incredibly shallow at the bottom of the capsule, the lid of the capsule just goes, laying out like a little bit of trapped air underneath it. As the capsule lid flips upwards, now having Eric out in the air. He doesn't seem to be awake just yet, but you do have easy access to him.
I grab him and sort of hold on to him.
You can jump in there and like try and get him off of the where he is. He's not, as the lever was pulled, he's not now attached to anything. Like anything he was connected to has been disconnected. So he's just kind of like a little bit lifeless, not dead, but kind of like in an unconscious state, so to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what you can do. Now, if you want to try and carry him so that you can carry him out of the capsule, I want you to roll me a d20 plus your power to try and calmly move him across.
E20's 18.
Oh, that is very good, actually. Very, very good. I'm good.
It's 4, so it's 22.
Very good. With that 22, you are able to just grab Eric. You kind of like give him a like throw over your neck as you just go and support him properly, bringing him out of the capsule very slowly as you just sit him down against part of it, so he's sitting upright. He's in a bit of an unconscious state, but he is now out of the capsule.
I'll just sort of shield him.
Righty, just stand in the way of any threats that dare come
Yeah.
your way. Alrighty. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Brilliant. Great stuff. That'll basically be your turn for that one, as we do flick over to Liam. And Liam, now that he knows that Eric is okay and out of the capsule, is going to walk towards Strongham being obviously latched by Lavanya. Look over to Lavanya and go, now what do we do with this one?
I say we take him to the authorities. Make sure he gets the punishment he deserves. We need to get Eric out of here. Get him to a hospital. We don't know if he's still alive or worse. Because if he is anything but fine, there may be two of you that'll have a sticky end. And she'll look to Strongham with a very intimidating glare.
Alrighty. If this is the direction you want to take things, Liam is going to look over to Erg, actually walk on round, head on over to Erg, and just say to Erg, hey Erg, do you mind if I have a look at that remote? I might be able to work this a little better. Vinny.
Workington.
I forgot I muted my mic.
Oh, whoop.
Doesn't matter to me. I'll
Okay.
just give it to.
Alrighty. Liam takes it. Has a look at the button setups and everything. He's seen a few of these before in his times hacking and bits like that. As he is having a look at the switches, and he is going to roll a smarts check, see if he can find the release for that big iron door that's locking you guys in. Oh, well, hey, he does manage it. Well done. So
Yay.
he finds that there is a button that looks quite similar to like a release button. As he presses that, the big iron door that's separating you guys just goes and just starts raising upwards very slowly, as you're starting to see the light from the incoming room just blast in. And as you see part of that light coming in and the iron door slowly raising, you see the legs of Shahir, you see the legs of Mike Jaws, but not just those legs. You see the legs of about 10 other individuals that are in black suits, with one individual at the head of them, all looking in your direction now that the iron door's slowly raising. As it raises up and you see like Shahir's head just peeping through, seeing that everyone's okay and with a big smile on his face going like, yes! Happy to see everyone okay. You see Mike Jaws just arms crossed, nonchalantly looking over his shoulder, just going as if he wanted to have a go, but shit happens. It's not a big deal to him because he's Mike Jaws. And you see all these black suited individuals, and the person ahead of it, none other but Sean Leafmeyer himself. And as he looks on over, he just goes, "Ah, you found a way to get in. Fantastic. Men, take that man." And as he orders it, his men just come on in, go on over to you, Lavanya. Take hold of parts of Strongham that are not wrapped by your tail as you can slowly ease out your tail from wrapping him. As the men just grab him and take him away as he's screaming out the top of his head in German.
As they walk past me, can I just give them a quick jab on the leg?
Yes. Quick jibber jab. Roll
Just
me
giving them
a
a Charlie horse.
give me a D20 plus your power on that one.
Hell yeah. I rolled 24.
Nice. Bearing in mind he had lowered AC because of the shadow punch from earlier as well. So that does go through. You see him being walked past, and you're just like, wait, jab. You just do that jab. Roll me a D6 plus your power.
Oh god, if I kill him. I rolled 10.
Okay, that's 10 points of damage. Sadly, you do not kill him. But you have jabbed him where he's like, "House, did you see that? Did you see the punch? I will call my lawyer. I will ruin you all." And as he's being dragged away, Sean just like looks over to him and is just like, "You kidding me? What lawyer's gonna support you? You madman." Hey, Erg, well done.
Nice. Just gives a big toothy smile.
Now, Sean Leafmeyer is gonna like go over to each one of you separately and just give you like a pat on the shoulder, giving you like a congratulations, well done, shake of the hand. Just because this has been a huge undertaking, he knew he could trust you to do it. You nailed it, absolutely killed it. Well done.
Can we get Eric a blanket, please?
Now, Sean notices this, just goes, "Don't worry, I got it all under control." You see some guys in white come on in, they're like some ambulance crews with a stretcher. As they're able to come on in, they set like Eric down onto like their little on the little stretcher that they have. Like hook him up to like some like life support stuff just to make sure he's okay, and start carting him towards the exit of the facility in a nice and orderly manner. He is in good hands. At that moment in time, Sean will look over to you and just go, "Now rest assured, after what happened last time, this time we're going to make sure nothing even touches Eric apart from the finest of doctors. I'm taking him to my own private hospital. He'll be perfectly safe."
He better be.
Mm.
He just better fucking be.
And thanks to all of your efforts, I'm very happy to say that Strongham is going to spend a very long time in prison, thinking about everything that he's done and all these experiments that we can see in this room. We're potentially taken out of an amazing threat that could have completely changed the face of wrestling as we know it, yet alone taken over the world and changed everything. Can't thank you guys enough for the effort you've put into this little escapade that I've had you on. I know I've put you all in danger. I do apologize for that, but at the same time I am very thankful. Not just have you saved Eric, you've potentially saved the world.
Yeah.
Just
That's all
shrug,
well.
he's good. Yeah.
You can go and have a nice cup of tea now. At least.
I just got to punch people.
Now, if you don't mind, I want to go with Eric. Make sure that he's okay. I can't.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Now,
Fuck you.
now, as you're wanting to go with Eric, Sean does put a hand against you and against your shoulder as you're trying to walk past him. As he goes, as much as I know you want to do that, I can't let you.
Why the fuck not?
It's a private hospital for a reason. I'm making sure no one knows where Eric is. I can't even let you guys go there. Just as a safety precaution.
Lavanya would just turn to the control, desk thing, give it a punch, and just simmer in a kind of pissed off manner.
Alright, just goes. I understand you're angry, Lavanya, but you have to understand. We're doing this to make sure this doesn't happen again. Now that Eric has been infused with cybernetic technology, he could be a valuable weapon to anyone. Especially because we don't know whether he's still under Strongham's mind control. God forbid, if he went to another regular hospital and one person had the worst idea, he could still manage to cause a lot of damage to the wrestling world, and we can't risk that.
Yeah, Lavanya just stays very, very quiet. She's kind of shaking. Like, for anyone who notices, shaking.
But I promise you this, as he comes out after that, I will keep you posted on Eric's condition. As soon as he gets better, I'll let you guys come and see him. I promise. And as he says this, he's about to turn away as if it's like time to leave. But then something clicks. And he turns around and he goes, "Oh, that reminds me. Something happened while you guys have been down here. Something that would interest all of you." He goes into his he clicks his fingers, and as he does, one of the men in suits has a laptop in his hands, raises the screen of the laptop, and Sean just pushes a single button on it, and it loads some video footage. And this video footage is of a professional wrestling match happening in a jam-packed stadium, and you recognize a wrestler that is in the ring. The wrestler that is in the ring, you especially know who this wrestler is. It's none other than Karatov.
Hey!
Bulgarian Circus Supreme.
What is that weak carrot doing?
Now, keep watching. This has changed everything since you've been gone. So you just see Karatov just standing there and hyping up the crowd as if obviously he's got a match going on. Great to see Karatov getting in the highlights. And then it seems to be that he's against a mystery opponent, as there doesn't seem to be any music playing, as you just see this masked black individual walking down into the ring. He's black from head to toe, black gloves, just full on black attire. As he comes into the ring, seems to be emotionless and just motionless in general. As Karatov does his whole flexing for the crowd as if to prepare himself. You hear the ding ding ding, and as you hear it, Karatov goes charging in for what seems to be a grappling attack. And as he does, it's as if you blink and you somewhat miss what just happened, as Karatov just stops in front of his black figure, drops to his knees. And as this black figure just sees him drop to his knees, grabs Karatov by the head, rings his head backwards as if to make him look up to him, and punches him across the face, causing Karatov to be completely knocked out in the middle of the ring. And Sean looks over to you guys and says, what you have just seen is something that no one has even noticed. Now, Erg, I know you were able to defeat Karatov quite well with your match against him. Karatov has done very well to train since then and become stronger. This is unprecedented. I have not seen a single person punch Karatov down in 2 hits. But wait. The plot thickens. And as he points back to the laptop, the black-cladded individual, the referee runs over to Karatov, checks how he is, sees that he's knocked out, rings the bell because it's a complete and utter knockout, so the match is just over just like that. And as he does that, the man in black stands in the middle of the ring, points at one of the cameramen that's filming this all, asks him to get onto the ring apron to film him. As he stands into the ring, he rips off his black trousers, revealing green cargo pants. He rips off the black shirt, revealing a white tank top. And then very slowly takes the mask from his face from the bottom upwards, slowly revealing his face. Lavanya, you know this individual.
Oh no.
It's your dad.
No! Oh shit! Her eyes just widen like, oh shit! Oh shit!
None other than Radovan Rekabal, the father of you. And not just does he reveal his mask, he raises his hand in the air. And as he does, something seems to be coming down from the ceiling. And as the cameraman's trying to film it, it seems to be too bright. As if it's coming down and it's just too bright to clock onto the camera lens properly with all the studio lights on it as well. No, sorry, all the stadium lights on it. But as it comes down on a single rope, your father grabs it, unlatches it from the rope, and holds it up in the air. Your father is holding the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh shit.
And all he does, he holds this up in the air, looking at the audience, and as he's holding it, without any emotion in his face, he looks over and dead eyes into the camera, as if he's looking into you.
Oh shit.
And then the
At this
footage
point-
just stops at that point.
Lavanya's just completely frozen. Like,
Let it go. Sorry.
almost trembling.
Now,
Really?
whilst Lavanya's trembling, I want you other guys to roll me a smarts check. And the reason why is because I want you guys to know if you know who the hell this guy is. Because Lavanya does, but you guys might not.
This is unprecedented.
But do you
I've
want
got a
me to
natural 20.
roll?
Oh, wow. Well, crit. It's a d20 plus your smarts, please, Christy.
That's 19.
Well, that's very good. So, you both also clock on as to who this is. You have heard of Radovan Rekabal before. The story of him being that he used to be what is known in the wrestling business as a jobber. Someone who got a lot of work in the business but never seemed to win matches. He was always seen as the guy to be involved in squash matches, who got beaten and beaten and beaten, never had the chance to shine, never had an opponent he was able to beat, yet alone really stand tall against. And then you remember something that happened in his career that changed everything. Quite a few years ago, when you were kids, there was a match that was put together by the current World Heavyweight Champion versus Radovan. Because he was the world champion was at this time was incredibly cocky. So cocky that he had beaten everyone that had come his way, and he was willing to give a title shot to anyone that had the balls to stand up to him, but it had to be someone he had never faced before. That's when Vanya's father stepped up to the plate. A young man, a jobber, someone who had just been taken out all time after time after time. No one else would step up, but he did. And he shocked the world by beating the World Heavyweight Champion and becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion in his first ever win. And it's like as if from that point onward, he became a champion that no other person had seen before. An underdog that went from being a jobber to suddenly being one of the greatest modern day champions of all time, beating people left and right, multiple races around the world, singles matches, multi-man matches, extreme matches, you name it. He's done it all. But then you remember that it seemed as if news about him when you hit your teenage years, and this goes for everyone, seemed to just die out. No one seemed to hear of him since until this moment. That's what you know about him.
No, what the fuck is he doing out? He shouldn't be in that ring at all. He shouldn't be there at all.
This is when Sean looks over to you, Lavanya, and just goes, remember when we were talking about the World Heavyweight Champion, and I couldn't necessarily give you any information as to who the World Champion was?
Yeah, she's being very quiet.
That's fair.
She's just in shock.
He continues by just saying, well, the reason why I couldn't give information out was because a few years ago, your father, the World Heavyweight Champion, decided to change a law. He made a new law decreeing that anything that he participated in, anything that he did, the place where he lived, anything that he did in his life in any shape or form after a certain point, he wanted stripped from the records. He didn't even want anyone knowing he was World Heavyweight Champion. He wanted effectively his history wiped off the map. And the World Heavyweight Champion to be seen as this impossible to reach goal. Because for the longest time, he believed this is the best way for him to just go silent. He didn't explain to anyone why he wanted this, but because he was World Heavyweight Champion, he had all the political power in the world to make this happen. He effectively became a ghost of all nations. No one knew where he was, what he was doing, anything. Till this moment.
Interesting.
I was hoping he would. Shit.
You were hoping he would shit?
She's in a bit of a panic at the moment. Like, oh no. Yeah.
It's not that Erg doesn't care, it's just he doesn't really understand.
Fuck.
What's wrong?
Sean, what would it take for me to be able to face him in the ring?
Now, Lavanya, this is bearing in mind, he's only just revealed himself. He hasn't said anything about any changes in the law that he made, any changes in the rulings that he's made about the World Championships and needing to be on that level before being able to face him or anything. We're very much in the black of a moment as anyone else is. To get a match with a world heavyweight champion at this stage, I just don't know.
Oh shit.
And whilst that video's been playing, you see Mike Jaws just come from Sean behind him. He's seen the video already. Like, Sean's been able to show it to him whilst they were waiting for the iron door to be open. Just goes, yeah, that's right. Daddy comes back on the machine, throws around his championship belt like he never left over the years, and now what? Now I'm guessing he's ready for the beatdown? That's great. I'm World Hardcore Champion. I want to beat the living snot out of him.
Fuck you! He's my dad and... Fuck! You don't get the right to beat him. Only I get the right to face him whether you like it or not. This is my business that I have to deal with. No one else, not even you, fucker, can even take this on.
That's where Mike Jaws just crosses his hands, gets a big smirk in his face, and just goes, hey, Leafmeyer, tell her. And Sean does look at you and just go, technically, Lavanya, because Mike Jaws is World Hardcore Champion, he does have more of a right to face your father than you do.
Well then, all the more reason to take part in that shark cage match then, isn't it?
Like, you just see Mike Jaws just suddenly have like a big open grin on his face as he's looking towards you and just goes, a warm-up match? Great. I get to beat down on the kid of a world champion and then take his championship right after. This sounds like a match made in heaven.
Fuck you. I'm not gonna knock you out. I'm not going to pin you down. I am going to make you submit to me. I am going to make you hand that belt to me.
At this moment in time, Mike Jaws would just like step on up and like go like chin to chin with you. It's like the intimidating stare off of a lifetime. as he taps his belt that's wrapped around his waist and just goes, I look forward to seeing you in my cage, snake. And he just steps back, turns around, and walks away, and just simply just puts out an odd wave, as if to say, "See you later."
And then trips.
Well, let's find out. Let's actually find out. I'm interested in it. Sadly, he doesn't trip.
Oh,
He actually rolled pretty high on that.
Oh,
He don't be tripping.
sad face.
Now, Lavanya, I know this is a bad time. A lot of things happening. You guys still need to recover after what's happened here. If you're still welcome to have that shark cage match in the Bermuda Triangle, I'll make it official. Lavanya versus Mike Jaws for the World Hardcore Championship.
It better be fucking official, because this is my business alone. I've got to take care of. He is not allowed to walk out after what he done.
He nods, and as he nods, he actually looks over to Erg. Just goes, well, that's perfect, because I was about to say, with all this in mind, we can set up a fantastic tournament out of a Bermuda Triangle. Great series of matches that will sure to bring in a great crowd, especially with a world championship on the line. But of course, that's bearing in mind. All of you are champions now, apart from you, Erg. Hey, big guy. Don't you worry about it. In the Bermuda Triangle, there's one big opportunity that could be yours. I've got an opponent that's been waiting to put his championship on the line for a long time, and if we're going to put on a great show like this, I want you to be his contender.
Yes. Yes, 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 yeah. He's going to be saying that for about 3 hours now.
Fantastic. And at that moment in time, he just goes, well, let me just quickly check my notes. He goes into his suit pocket, whips out a note of some champions that he knows that are currently in matches that he's sorting out. And he's just going, yes, this is for one. Let me see. Yes, here we are. The High Mountain Champion. Quite well themed for guys such as yourself. Now, it's a little bit hard to pronounce his name. He's called, Grunk? Grunk.
Can I roll to see if I recognise the name?
You can indeed.
Right,
Oh, what's that?
Everyone can.
Hey. So it's a
Just
smart.
My
Yeah,
smart.
smarts
Just
check.
a question.
Everybody do the Grunk.
Because of my
I'm only 10,
my
so I
background.
doubt it.
Because of my background, I remember reading a while ago, unless it's been changed, because I'm from a family of wrestlers.
Yep.
Do I roll with favour on these
You
checks?
do. You actually do on this case.
I rolled a 14.
All right.
You
got 10,
I
14.
rolled 15.
Okay. Now, actually, you guys will actually know who Grunk is. Lavanya and Erg know who Grunk is a little bit more than Bumper, but Bumper, you still know a little bit about it. Grunk's been more on the Himalayan side of things, just fighting more so in the mountainous regions. He's very much like a similar Agricon to Erg. Kind of birthed from the same rocky substance, just in a different formation, so they don't look exactly the same. But he's been training in the more alpine, high mountain regions where wrestling is way more intense, because then you've got very thin levels of air. So matches, unless you're very prepared for them, can be incredibly short, because as soon as you gasp for air and there's obviously a lack of air at that altitude, you have a very high chance of dying in the ring. And there have been a lot of casualties out on the high level matches. However, Grunk's actually found his stride, and he's actually managed to outpace a lot of other wrestlers at that altitude, simply because of him being an Agricon. Now, Erg, you know Grunk a little bit better than you think. Even though your smarts isn't the best in the world, you remember when growing up. You remember when growing up under the tutelage of your family, learning the ropes, literally. You remember that there was another family working alongside your family that your dad was actually quite close with. And they had a son. That son is Grunk.
We grew up together.
You did.
Aww.
Oh, it would be an honour to punch him.
No.
Just goes, great, I'll make it happen. As Sean Leaf Meyer just gets his bits together, starts turning away with some of the suits, and he just stops, looks back quickly, just goes, oh, by the way, when you guys are done, just simply come back out the way you came in. We got transport already sorted out, and don't you worry, everything's under control. I'll get you guys over to the Bermuda Triangle in no time flat.
I have no idea why I thought you were going to say lickety split.
I wanted to say lickety split so bad. But yes, on that note, guys, well done. Strongham's been
Hey!
defeated.
And we've leveled up.
Yeah,
Hey!
level up.
Dude.
Okay, so we want to do this now, which we might as well. Bearing in mind, with the new edition of the Wrestler's Manual, we do now have multi-styling, which is an option in case anyone wishes to dive.
Damn.
But of course, your levels are up to you.
I'm going to be a powerhouse my entire life.
You just want to
Burgers,
suplex
anyway.
the train, don't you?
I want to suplex the train. Do you blame me?
No, I don't.
Well then.
Okay, so you guys are now level 5, I believe.
Okay, let's see. Roll for all. What does roll
Being
for
level
all?
5, Vinny, you get the ability known as Hammer Stamp.
Say again, sorry?
You get the skill Hammer Stamp.
Oh yeah, I can cause a quake around me
Yes.
by
You
stomping my foot.
specifically for those guys in the chat who want to know, you are so powerful that you can drop the hammer whenever it is required. From level 5, you can attack with a Hammer Stamp, which causes a quake in a 15-foot circle around your position. All wrestlers within range must roll a power die. If they roll lower than your power, they are downed and take 2d6 quake damage. Allies gain immunity to the effect from level 10, and the range increases to 30 feet at level 15.
Nice.
I'll copy and paste this in the Discord chat in case you need to.
Also, so you can add to my stats for your own personal. I've just done my my HP increase. I got 9.
Okay. Lovely. I'm gonna get down everyone's little character tidbits probably over the weekend, so don't you worry about that at the moment.
Also,
But just make sure you
before
add
I
9
forget
to your
as
max.
well.
We'll say that
Yeah.
again, sorry?
Also, before I forget, the climax moves we were going to do.
Yes, for
I
climax.
think I
level,
already.
yes.
I think I already said it, but I want to put it in. I can't remember which one it is, but the one that increases the overall damage.
Yes, that is a level in. If I just get the bits, that's enemy bits. Here we are. You want to put that into. Okay, you level up your climax. So you have a level 1 climax, which means now that your climax move deals 2d12 instead of 1d12.
Wow.
That's pretty
Lethal.
much. That's at least you sorted. Tashi, do you still want to go brawler or?
I'm trying to remember what it. I'm looking at the thing to see what it is to multi-class into multi-style into strong styler. So let's see. At least 4 cunning and 3 smarts. I think I have.
And you have that if you want to.
Oh yeah. You know what? I might actually think about going into strong styler. Yeah. Yeah. Bring it on. Yeah. I think I might go into strong style.
Okay, you gain your first level in strong styler, which will give you access to the unique skill Bandage Up. You can use your. That actually needs changing. You can use your toughness to check and bandage anyone you feel who needs help. Healing allocated from yourself is also increased by 2.
Ooh.
And then as a level 1 strong styler, you also get the style skill Hard and Fast. Where they say strong style should be feared for its visceral damage. You are the personification of that. From level 1, your elbow and knee strikes roll damage with your favor stat equal to your cunning per encounter. And this skill has a 1d4 cooldown between uses.
Sweet.
Again, I will post that onto the Discord in case you want easy access to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more or less working on it already, but yes.
And don't forget to roll for your added health as well.
Yes, I will do so. Oh my gosh. I knew this was coming. That was a thing. Like, I knew that at some point Lavanya was going to find out that her daddy is like gone into wrestling sort of thing.
I'm just happy Erg gets his chance at getting his own belt.
Shiny shine. Now, Christy.
Yeah, bear with me. Sorry.
Just dance tune. Dead spray.
Yeah.
Love it. Because everyone levels up, you level up as well. Would you like to level up in Icon, or is there anything else you would like to level up in?
No, Icon's fine.
Okay.
I'll just keep going.
You will become a level 5 Icon. Did you pick your level 3 Icon tree?
Yeah, I was going to say, because during that battle I was looking.
Because I don't think we actually picked that.
I had something that it was artist to the core. Artist, is that right?
Let me see, we have iconic flair, iconic vocals, or iconic performance.
I think it was performance. Or flair. Maybe I didn't.
Oh.
I haven't got anything written down.
Okay.
I've got
Because if
artist
it was
to the
artist
core.
related, yeah, artist to the core is iconic performance. Because that is your artistic approach to wrestling makes others jealous of your capabilities. Level 3, when successfully performing an attack on an opponent, all other opponents within a 15-foot circle of you must roll an appeal die, and if they roll lower than your appeal, they are attracted towards you and will try to attack you when they are next able to. They have harm on their next attack against you.
Yep.
Is the hit points being rolled a d12 plus your toughness?
It is, yes.
Nice. Okay.
So
not bad.
So for Christy, for you leveling up in Icon again, you get the level 5 skill known as Loudmouth. Which, for the sake of the people at home, for the Loudmouth skill, you cannot be silenced, and if anyone dared to try, you would make them regret it. From level 5, as a function, you can put an opponent into a headlock and scream directly into their ear. This counts as a hold and deals 1d12 worth of damage. You roll a submission die as you do with any other hold.
Question. Because I'm multi-styling, like this, I mean, this is probably more for people at home, like to benefit rather than myself, but with the wins per level then, does this mean if I wanted to go into another strong style level, would I need to win only 3, or do I need to still win up to like my overall level, which is in this case 5?
You would still need to go up to the same wins as your overall level, so you still need 5 wins for your next level up.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it's like D&D multi-classing in which your overall level counts as the next level count.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is more for like people who are probably wondering, okay, how does that work, sort of thing.
Oh, that's fine.
Um,
Now, on top of that, just to make sure we've covered everything, now, to make sure that you, more so that Tash and Christy, to make sure that you've leveled up your climax moves.
mhm.
But you guys can take advantage because you do have a climax level that needs spending. So with your climax move, to run this down to everyone at home as well, you can, when you level up your climax move, you can put a climax level into either the setup, the follow through, or the climax. The setup tends to focus on enemy debuffs and your own buffs. The follow through tends to focus on status effects, and the climax tends to focus on damage and range, including area of effect damage.
Okay.
Probably the first one.
Okay, so Christy would.
Or is that Tash's?
Oh no, it could be either.
No, I'll take the first one.
Lovely. So you get you now have a level 1 setup, which means you get this with your climax move. I'll paste this in the Discord. So with a level 1 setup, your opponent has harm on their next attack when you hit your climax move. And now
sorry, carry on.
go ahead. I was just going to say it's now up to you for your one, Tash.
I think I already put mine into the follow through, which is opponent is either stunned, poisoned, or put to sleep for 1d4 turns.
Really? So you have a level 1 follow through.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Foxy's in, I'll sort him out with his level, as well as what he's doing with his climax level as well. So that's absolutely great.
Yes.
Awesome. Right, and on that note, Strongham has been defeated. The party survived. Eric, alive and safe, is going to be okay, but new developments have now occurred. Levanion's father, Radovan Rekabal, has revealed himself to the world after years of secrecy. Yet he has not revealed as to whether he is accepting the new challenges. But a new challenge does arise. Levania will finally get the one-on-one match against Mike Jaws for the Hardcore Championship in a shark cage match of a Bermuda Triangle. The rest of the gang will be joining with their own matches, including Vinny taking on a family friend of the name of Grunk for the High Mountain Championship. How will they do when they reach the Bermuda Triangle, home of the Sharkons? There's only one way to find out, and that's to tune in next time to Ring Warriors, the tabletop wrestling role-playing game. Ooh, what a sesh. Emotions rise. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to keep supporting the streams and keep watching and keep obviously being notified as to what they're going on, be sure that you're following, subscribing, and all that jazz. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to also click that bell icon so that you get notified whenever anything's occurring. Stream, video, you name it. On top of that, ladies and gents, be sure to follow us in the little panels / the description below, where you get to check out all the social links, Facebook, Twitter, our Discord server, and even all the other channels we're live streaming on, be that from YouTube to Twitch, to DLive, to Mixer, to Facebook, you name it. It's all fantastic. And all that jazz. We tend to stream Ring Warriors every single Friday. More fun coming soon. It's going to be great. And if you do enjoy the game, let me know, because I'm still looking for beta testers. Take part. With that all in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, afternoon, evening, whenever it is you may be watching this stream / video on demand. That will be a goodbye from the wrestling crew.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. And that will be goodbye from your wrestling creator. Till next time, guys, stay explosive, and we'll be seeing you guys. Bye then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alright.